What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to give you the top 5 loves and hates of my E46 as it is. As you guys probably know, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of different stuff with this car, but as it sits right now, I'm going to give you what I love and what I hate. So let's jump on in. All right, let's dive in. Let's start with the loves and then we'll go to the hates. There's not that many hates, but we got a few. All right, so loves. I love how easy this car is to modify. There is such a huge array of aftermarket support. So, you know, like head units, steering wheel covers, seats, brackets, look, anything. You've got 1JZ engine mounts and 154 and gearbox mounts. Spoiler, that's what I want to go for. There's just so many things. The suspension, there's subframe reinforcements, all that sort of stuff. Like the aftermarket support for this car is insane, so I love that. Number 2 things that I love about this car, it's actually the seats. I can't lie to you. It is the seats. I love these things. It completely transformed the car. It took it from a nice car to, I don't know, it just feels so different in here. If you guys have changed your seats out for like these brides, or any like, you know, reclinable racing style seats, you'll understand. Now, if you've gone like a real cheapo kind of version, you might not, because I remember back in the day, I used to drive around an R32, it wasn't mine, and it had fake brides, but they were like really, really bad fake brides and they sucked. And they were just horrible to sit in, they felt rubbish. These are mint, these are fakes, like these aren't real. These cost me like nothing. No, they were cheap, but they feel great. They feel really comfortable, they hug you, like they're amazing. So yeah, number 2 is the brides. I froth the brides. They're just so good. Number 3, and this is gonna be the last one of things that I've put in, but the head unit. Oh my God, I love this head unit. This head unit has made me want to daily this car all the time. I can't because currently it's unregistered, but we will get there. But I'm going to do that once we've painted it. But yeah, this head unit, it brings it right into like 2022 kind of like era, you know, I guess 2018 plus. It just feels so new age. It's great. And like, you know, in this model, I guess this model shouldn't be that new age, you know what I mean? Like it's got normally the kind of rubbish head unit in it. So yeah, number 3 is a head unit. I love it. Number 4 is the stylings of the E46. I have loved the E46 for, I can't even remember how long, so long. I love the look of this car. I love the shape, the M3 and the non-M3. I just love the coupes. The sedans are nice as well, but I love the coupes. There's I don't know the color. It's like the goldy yellow color M3 that's on Instagram. I follow him and it's just beautiful. It is amazing, and it just shows how good the lines are of this car, how good it can sit, and it looks like it handles well, and they do, which puts me on to number 5. Number 5 is how this thing handles. People say, oh, it handles like it's on rails. It does. Like this thing handles so well with such minor upgrades. I haven't done any of the subframe reinforcement. I haven't done sway bars. I haven't done bushings, anything like that. Like literally all this has is some coilovers in it. And oh, sorry, it does have a rear sway bar, which I think probably did quite a bit. But it handles great. This is such a driver's car. Like, if this was manual and had the 1J in it, oh my God, this would be so sick. Like genuinely love these cars. Even like obviously, so the reason I go on about changing the engine so much is because this has the, what is it? The 2-litre 6-cylinder. This is the 320, yeah. Sorry, I ripped the badge off the back because I don't generally like badges. This is the 320 Ci, so it's got the smallest 6-cylinder motor you can get, and it still packs a nice punch. You know, if it weren't for the fact that I like fast cars, this would probably do the job. It's quite nice, especially. I'm surprised at how nice this engine kind of moves you. Let's say, like it's got enough kind of get up and go that it is enjoyable. Yeah, it just handles so good. I love it, and Look, to be honest, if I hadn't bought the Supra back in the day and I went for a spin in one of these, I would have bought one of these because, or if they were the same price, like as in that they are now, 100%. If I could pick one of these up for what I picked this up for, but to be fair, 15 years ago when I bought the Supra, these were expensive, man. These were expensive. So obviously I wouldn't have looked into that. But now they are such good value for money. I'm blown away. Let's give it number 6, the value for money. Value for money in these, man, you can get them so cheap and they are such a nice, fun, modifiable car. Oh, hands down, love them. Okay, now for the hates. I'm gonna try and hit 5, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. So let's not call them hates, let's call them dislikes. Dislikes, ooh. On this one specifically, let's go with not the E46, my E46. I do not like that it's been slapped in the back. Obviously, because I'm going to have to fix that, so that's annoying, it's a pain, but it is what it is. I knew that when I got it, you know, so be it. It's a little bit of damage. It's not huge, it's literally just like the I don't know, beauty panel between the boot lid and the rear bumper. So yeah, number 1, I don't like that. Number 2, I don't really like the quality of like the shifter surround and stuff, and the trims, like the silver trims in here. I'm not a big fan, but that is upgradable to like carbon fiber options and stuff like that, which like odds are I'm gonna do. I know it's expensive, and I know it's expensive for such a little kind of, I guess, non-thing, but just moving them, I don't like them. But it's literally, it's just the silver trims that I don't like. The rest of the interior, the dash, the instruments, everything, I like them. It's just the actual, like those trim bits that just feel cheap and nasty, you know? So number 2 is the silver trims, but we'll swap them out. Number 3 for mine, honestly, it's the sound. I just want it to sound a bit better. Now, I am throwing up the idea of actually putting an exhaust on this. I know it's gonna sound silly to a degree, but bear with me, right? So my thought pattern is it's still a 2-litre 6-cylinder, so it's not gonna sound bad. I have heard some of them with Magnaflow exhaust on. They sound like pretty good. And I know it's an auto, and I know like guys like Mighty Car Mods are like, oh, don't put an exhaust on your auto, but bro, like if someone's got an auto and they wanna have a nice exhaust, like go for it. Who cares? It's your car, run it. But I'm thinking about putting one on this purely because I know when I put the 1J motor in, we're gonna have more flow. So if I can do like, say, something like a catback on this and have some cool tips out the back, I know maybe it's a little ricey or whatever, I don't care. Like, it's my car, whatever. But it'll sound a bit cooler to me, and it's something that we can do kind of preemptively for the motor swap. So I think that'd be good. But yeah, currently I don't really like how it sounds. Number three, I think I've actually got a damaged motor, to be honest with you. That should have been number 1, but when it runs, it's got a weird tick. I don't know if it's like an injector tick. It's not bad. It could be like a tappet tick. I haven't looked right into these motors, so don't at me and be like, oh, it can't be that, you know. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't sound super healthy out of there. Now, to be honest, it doesn't bother me. Like I've said in previous videos, I don't care about the motor. I don't care about the gearbox. I didn't care about the suspension. So this was the perfect one for me to grab because yes, the suspension was cooked, but I was changing it out. Even if the engine's cooked, I'm changing it out. It still drives, it still goes, it's still like got some power to it. So I don't know what it is, but to be honest with you, I'm not going to dive into it because I don't care. It's coming out, and if it is good, cool, I'll sell it. I'll do a compression test on it, things like that. So if I sell it later on to someone, I know I'm selling a good item, and I'm not ripping someone off. So I'll look into it enough to find out what it is, but I'm not going to look into it to the point of fixing it if it's something big. If it's like a bearing or something, in the bin, right? I'm gonna have to go with a weird one. So the dash, I love to do LED upgrades. You know me, I'm the LED upgrade man. I wish I was the bag and wide body man like TJ Hunt, but I'm not. I'm like the LED, I'm the budget YouTube man. So what I would like to do with my dash is get a nice crisp white light in there. At the moment it's that orangey light, not a big fan. And I've tried to look into changing it across. It seems like a pretty big job. I will do it even if it's a big job, because obviously I want to show you guys and you guys might want to swap yours out, but I don't like that like orangey red lighting. I'm not a big fan of that. I love crisp white lighting. I think it looks really nice and new age. Obviously LED swap everything. So honestly, like the dislikes were so hard to kind of come up with. I love this car. Like, oh man. Like Brooke was like, oh, would you sell it? And I'm like, oh, maybe if someone offered me like big money for it. No one's going to offer me big money for it. But to be honest, even then I would struggle because I got such a good deal on this. And I've got so many plans for it. I know when it's painted, it's motor swapped, it's gearbox swapped, it's registered, it's like wide bodied, it's got sick wheels. Oh man, I'm gonna love this thing, you know? Like I might eventually change from the Max Speeding Rods coilovers, but to be honest, they're pretty good. Like for anyone that wants to get some cheap coilovers in your car, run them. Like I love them, they're great. It drives really good. It drives better than the Supra did on its old ones, because the Supra used to have some like pretty like bunk, like beaten up coilovers. So the swap to these rides, so these coilovers ride better than those coilovers did. Like they were damaged, okay, but I think they were TNs or something, I don't know, but they were damaged. This one, like these ride great. So guys, just a quick jump in, bit of a chat about this, just to give you some E46 content and keep you going. I am moving house this week, so we're gonna have some content about moving house. I'm gonna do like some time lapses, some cool stuff like that in a video. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did and you want to hang around, see some more videos, see my ugly mug a bit more, hit that subscribe button. If you want to hit the notifications, go for it. I mean, I won't complain. It helps the channel. Every like, every comment, every subscription, every view helps the channel out. So hit me up in the comments. Tell me what you like to see. Tell me what you think about the E46. Do you have one? Do you want one? Let's have a chat, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you guys.